You guys, it's officially summer. It's the middle of June. It's 97 degrees outside, so it's time to read some summer books. We have an entire pool day ahead of us. We have some of the books we went over in our summer TBR, so we plan to just read all day, hopefully tan, maybe swim, we'll see.
Well, I'm a little bit worried because I have been in the worst reading slump ever since I read Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. I actually didn't even finish it. I DNF'd it. And I haven't been really wanting to pick up anything. But a while ago, I did start The 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hildebrand, and I did enjoy it. So I want to get back into it. I think this will be the perfect books to just lay out and read. And then we also both have One Italian Summer by Rebecca Serrell. I mean, this book just screams summer. I know it is a very sad book though, but I don't know. I want to read it already.
This was also the only book that we both had on our summer TBR, so we knew we had to read it together. I'm hoping though it has like good summer vibes, even though the premise is kind of sad. The second book I brought, I decided to do Sunkissed by Casey West, just because it seemed like a really quick, fun YA read that I think I could like probably finish in a couple hours. And especially if this one ends up being like too heavy or something, I wanted something to balance it out, and YA books I always really enjoy. So these are my two picks for today. It's just gonna be a really chill, fun day. We know we have a lot of reading ahead of us though, so before we even head out there, we are gonna take our Magic Mind. You guys know we stay talking about Magic Mind here on the channel. We absolutely love them. They are these little productivity shots that we always take in the mornings. They help boost our energy levels and our focus. That's why we like taking them on days like today when we know we're going to be reading all day. Their mission is to make the best beverage on the planet, and they promise to do it the right way for everyone involved, even if that means going above industry standards.
We always talk about how much we love that they use natural ingredients, and we also love how serious they are when it comes to that. They promise to use the world's best suppliers, and they require rigorous testing of every ingredient sent to them for every production run. They readily provide certificates of analysis for their ingredients to anyone who requests it, which is really cool.
They also inspect every bottle of Magic Mind by hand and test every batch of Magic Mind that they make in their lab, so you know it's the best quality. They have 100% money back guarantee refunds, no questions asked, and they don't ask you for the bottles back, so it's basically risk-free. You guys know how much we love their products, so we do have a discount code if you are wanting to try them out.
You can use the code LarandaReads20 for 20% off, so we will leave that linked in the description. Thank you again so much, Magic Mind, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get to reading. Okay, we've been reading for a little bit. We had to come back inside because it's just a little hot outside.
Yeah.
We knew Lauren Graham was actually the narrator for the audiobook, so we did start that. And it's kind of fun because we've never really read at the exact same time. So now it's like we're reacting at the same time.
Yeah, I like having the audiobook going. Keeps us at the same pace.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, I was a little bit worried that this was going to be too heavy for like just a beach summer day, but I'm actually really enjoying it so far.
I agree, but I did tear up already at page 4, which was crazy. We're following Katie, and her mother has just recently passed away, and so we're seeing her really try and handle her grief since it just happened so recently, and she's like not wanting to eat and not wanting to communicate with her husband really, and she just wants to be alone. And it's just so sad, like the way she was describing her mom as like her true love, like her soulmate. It's really sad to read about.
I feel like since this book is a little bit on the shorter side, things are like picking up though, and they've already started moving. Katie and her mom had planned on going to Italy for this getaway trip once Carol got better. Since they weren't able to go together, Katie decides to go anyway because she wants to see all of these places that her mother once loved, so she goes by herself.
So when Katie arrives to Italy, it is just such the experience already. I feel like we're right there with her in this beautiful resort. I've never been to Italy, but I've always seen like pictures and videos of it. So I'm just using that for my imagination because I really don't even know. I'm guessing it's this. Even though Katie's here in this beautiful place, It's like she's having a really hard time seeing the beauty in everything just because her life has turned upside down. So it's kind of hard for her to be happy. And she's also starting to feel like her marriage isn't even worth it anymore. She kind of feels like if her mom was the love of her life, then who is this man? Like, is this man even the love of her life? And so now she's kind of thinking all these crazy things, like she wants a divorce.
While she's there, she already meets this man named Adam who is trying to buy the hotel that they're staying at. And as she's out and about, she bumps into her mother in the flesh at 30 years old. So it's literally her mother's younger self. So she has this chance to get to know her mom again in a new way. So I feel like this is going to be so crazy. I don't know what to expect. The book does have like a sad overall tone, but I think it's also filled with a lot of light. So I'm excited. I think it's going well. Guess we'll see where it goes.
I think the audiobook said it was like 6 hours, but we like to go a little bit faster, so
we'll get it done in like 3.
Yeah. So that's it for this update. Now we're going to go face the heat again and read a little bit more.
You guys, we're back. We're now on chapter 24. So we've read a good chunk more. This is all we have left. I want to hear your thoughts first. What?
As I keep reading this, Katie keeps trying to hang out with her mom, and obviously her mom doesn't know who she is. So it's really just like a friendship happening. I can't help but think about that Wizards of Waverly Place movie whenever the kids go on vacation and then Alex like does this spell where her parents forget who she is. It's just reminding me of that for some reason. It is cool that Katie is getting this opportunity to learn this version of her mom, but it's also crazy because Katie is trying not to tell her mom like, I am your child. I don't know. I like it.
I liked it, but there are certain things, and I won't get into specifics so I don't spoil the book, but there are things happening in the plot that I am just not on board with, and it's pissing me off. Like, it's giving me the ick a little bit. They're kind of trying to like force something that I don't see the point of. I guess it's tough because I know that she is grieving and everyone goes through that in different ways and they cope in different ways. I just don't love the choices that she's making, I guess, while she's there. I don't know how it's gonna end, but this whole middle chunk I was kind of like, I'd rather see more of her and her mom. Other than that, though, there's no other complaints. We're flying by. We're about to finish this right now.
Yeah, I'm scared of how this is going to end because obviously something has to happen where Katie is either not going to be able to see her 30-year-old's mother anymore, or, I mean, something has to happen with that. So I'm a little nervous to see how it's going to end. Okay, we are back and we have finished this book.
You go first.
What a journey, what an experience. I picked this month as my sad book and it definitely delivered as a sad book. So cute. I mean, this whole journey, I really just felt like I was friends with her and I was like there with her through this whole adventure of trying to deal with loss and grief and trying to see the beauty in life again. And I don't know, I think it was just really special the way that it was done, and the ending. The ending, of course, did make me cry. And I loved Lauren Graham as the narrator for the audiobook. I feel like her voice just adds a layer of coziness because we all know her as Lorelai, and I think it made the book even more special, honestly.
I want to take back all the negative thoughts and feelings that I had for a second update, because this really changed my mind. The ending, I think, was done so well, and I'm so happy for that because I did not want to dislike this book. They really pulled it together. I don't know how. They did it in a way I wasn't expecting. I love the ending. I was crying throughout the very last chunk, the last few chapters, just on and off. I would like tear up. This was unfortunately a perfect book. 4.5. I loved it. I think it's an excellent summer read. It does have a good balance of like sad emotional parts to really happy, joyful, hopeful moments. And if you decide to read this book and somewhere in the middle you decide you didn't like it, like me, keep reading, because the ending, I think, was done really well. They got me.
I know.
This was so good.
They didn't get me, but I ended up giving it a 4 stars, but only because I felt like it was a little short. I wanted just a little bit more time with these people. It was still such a good book. And actually, I read In 5 Years by Rebecca Serrell, and it was good. I just didn't like the ending, so this has redeemed her for me.
No, this This was very good. Thank you to everyone who recommended the book to us. Definitely agree, perfect summer read. Go read it if you haven't yet. This was a good one to have read in one sitting.
And we finished that super fast.
Yeah.
Now we can move on to our second book. I'm going to go ahead and finish The 5-Star Weekend by Ellen Hilderbrand. It was already going really good. I think I just got in a little bit of a slump since I was reading a different book at the time, so I'm ready to pick this back up and get back into it.
I'm going to start my YA fun summer read. This is Sunkissed. I can't wait. I hope I love it. I don't really know what to expect for this one. I think it'll be like a cute, fun read. Hopefully next time you see us, we'll be tan. I feel like it's working. Do I look darker?
I feel like I'm burning, but only on my shoulders.
I have SPF 100, so we're gonna go back out there, start melting again. By the end of this video, my makeup's gonna be off.
It's hot, but we've been eating some good little snacks.
We've had snacks all day. We're gonna eat lunch. We're gonna grill. I'm excited. It's much later. I'm in a different outfit. I had to change my cover up because I got food on it.
I have officially burned my shoulders. But that's okay because we're reading.
Yeah.
And we're eating.
My book, Sunkissed, is very cute so far. Super YA though. I wasn't expecting the writing to feel as young as it does, but that's fine. In this, we're following Avery and her sister Lauren. They are being forced to go to a no internet camp for their summer family vacation. Avery's going through a little bit of a rough patch at home, so she doesn't mind getting away for the summer. Her sister Lauren, however, is having a hard time with this because she's very much on social media. She has like a page where people like follow her, so she's very much always trying to update them. So she's kind of freaking out about the no internet thing. But they get to camp and Avery meets some of the staff. She meets this guy named Banks, and him and a couple other staff members have this band and they're working towards like a summer competition type of thing. Lauren is wanting to make a little mini documentary about the band, and Avery is trying to find her new passions and hobbies throughout this summer. So she is helping Banks write some of their songs for the band. It's all very cute so far. There also is like a little bit of sneaking around because Avery isn't really supposed to be hanging out with the staff, so that's really cute. And Avery and Lauren's parents don't really know what's going on, so very secretive. It's cute so far. I like it. It's fast-paced. It did take me a couple chapters to get into it though.
I was already a little bit into mine, but I keep forgetting that Ellen Hilderbrand has already said this is her second to last novel. That's gonna be like a beach one and like set in Nantucket, so I'm really sad about that because I feel like I just jumped on the Ellen Hilderbrand train, but I guess it's okay because I do have a lot to catch up on. So in this one we're following Hollis, and Hollis is a really well-known food blogger. She has all these followers and she's a big deal, and she finds herself going back to her home in Nantucket. She's going to invite 4 friends from different phases of her life to come hang out with her for a weekend. She has someone from her teenage years, from her 20s, from her 30s, and from her midlife. The only thing is, the midlife person, she actually doesn't even know them. They're one of her followers, but she's a little bit nervous because she's never met her or talked to her in person. So right now in the book, we're just kind of getting to know all of these different people, and I like how Ellen Hilderbrand doesn't make just Hollis the main character. Like, she has us get to know all of these different people and all of the drama that's going on in their lives, so it really feels like we know all of these people. But right now she's just setting everything up. She's trying to make it like the perfect weekend for all of these friends to come, and I'm just waiting to see how this girl that she doesn't know is gonna like mix in with this group. But it's going really good so far. Ellen Hilderbrand always has me locked into her books, so love her.
That's pretty much it for our first update. We are going to continue reading. I think we could finish these books today.
Oh yeah.
We still have a lot of sun left, so I feel like we'll be out there for a good chunk of time. I think we can get the second book done today, which would be crazy. Okay guys, we're back again. Second update of our second books. A whole lot of different things are happening in my book. We have Avery and Banks getting a lot closer because they're working together on all of these songs. We're also getting more backstory on Banks, which I think is really fun. We're getting to know more about him and his life. We're also getting a lot of the sisterhood dynamic between Avery and Lauren, which I think is so fun to read about. I don't have a sister. Like, I don't have siblings, so I don't really relate to that, but I love reading about it. I feel like if I did have a sister, our dynamic would be very much like Avery and Lauren. It's nice to see Avery finally coming out of her shell a little bit. She's discovering things that she likes doing, so I've liked watching her try to figure out that. I think she's really relatable, especially if I was younger. I think I'd relate to her a lot. But I am still enjoying it. I don't know how they're gonna end it. I'm ready to finish it though.
Mine's going really good as well. There's just so much happening because Hollis actually also has her daughter here on this weekend. She has her daughter filming this whole thing so that Hollis can post it on her little blog. That midlife friend ended up showing up, the one that she doesn't know. Her name is Gigi, and she has this whole secret of how she's like connected to Hollis, and we know what it is. I won't say what it is because it's a spoiler, but it's actually crazy. I'm waiting to see how this girl is going to tell Hollis what the situation is, but it's also crazy being in like Gigi's point of view and seeing everything from her side and like her reasonings for wanting to be here and getting to know Hollis better. Everyone just has their own little drama going on, so they're just all in this one house. Their only connection is really Hollis. I don't think I would ever want to do this.
Yeah.
You have all these people together who like don't really know each other, and they know her from like different times in her life, you know? There's also one of the girls who's like married to one of these guys, and Hollis used to date like his friend, and they used to be like this whole group, and now she's kind of trying to see this guy again. It's a whole thing. So it's going really well, but I'm ready to see how it's gonna end.
We will see you guys when we are completely done with our second books.
We have finished our second books. I feel a little bit drained.
I feel tan.
I feel tan, but I don't think I'm tan yet. I think we need to come down on the 100 SPF a little bit.
Yeah.
No, but it's been a good day, and I'm glad we finally finished our books. This one was really good. I'm so sad that it's the second to last Ellen Hildebrand's summer book. It just doesn't feel right. This book was really good though, and I'm so glad that I finally read it. I love that Ellen Hildebrand just creates these beautiful sceneries for me. Like, I'm not gonna go to Nantucket, but she takes me anyway. She also describes the food that they're eating, just like it's so delicious. But this was a really sweet read, and it just seems like all of these girls who had a lot of things going on in their lives just needed this 5-star weekend getaway. I'm gonna give it a 4-star. I do think that I liked the Hotel Nantucket a little bit more. Sometimes it felt like there was just a lot of different things going on because we're following so many different people, but it was still a really good book, and I can't wait to read her last Nantucket book.
Finished Sunkissed. Overall, it was a solid pool day read. Easy to read in one sitting, very fast paced, easygoing and lighthearted. I liked it. I don't know that it's my favorite summer book or my favorite YA that I've ever read, but that's okay. I do know if I would have read this a little bit younger, I would have loved it. I think I'm gonna give it like a 3. It was very cute though.
Well, I gave 2 books 4 stars, so
yeah.
It was a good day for me.
We definitely have to do this again. Comment below if we look tan.
I do not.
Summer has just begun, so we definitely will be reading a lot more, hopefully soon. We have some chunky summer TBRs, so hopefully we make our way through them.
Well, this was fun, and I'm sure we're gonna do it again sometime soon. I'm just glad we were able to get 2 more books under our belts.
Give us any summer book recommendations you have in the comments. That is pretty much it for today's video. Make sure to check out that Magic Mind link, of course. Also join our Literal Besties Book Club if you haven't yet. We are going to be reading A Funny Story by Emily Henry this month. That is everything though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time.
So I'm glad we were able to get 2 more books down.
Under.
Down our belt.
Under.